And we are live. All the channel names and actual names, so I didn't mess up as much. You know what? It just takes time, honey. Where's my questions? God, I can't do it without questions. So I wonder if I can do this better. Okay. Can you see down below of the video, right on the toolbar thing, there is a mute.
Yep, I got it muted.
Oh, you already got it muted. Okay. All right. Hi, guys. I'm seeing 4 people in here. However, I'm seeing Amber so far, and of course us.
Hi, Amber.
Hi, Johnny. How are you, honey? Oh my gosh. Someone just came in the door. So where's Sully? Bailey? Oh, okay. All right, so we're just gonna go. Yeah, I'm in a live right now. Sorry, someone just came in, and of course, Sully, you know. Hi, Lady Night. How are you, honey? So, are you ready?
Sure, I'm ready. Let's do it.
So, everybody, meet Summer of the channel Astaria. And down below, I put her channel and her link to her channel so you can go and check it out. So, the first question is, why did you name your channel what you named it?
Okay. So, Astaria originally started out Astaria Sen, which meant star-like wood fairy because it was based off my numerological number, which is the number 8. And supposedly you can make a magical name that way based off your numerology number. So that's what I did. And so then I moved it down to Astaria because I didn't really like the Sen part.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this where, okay. I was trying to make it so I can put you on the whole screen, but it won't let me. That must be one of those, if you actually pay for the service kind of thing, you know? So I might have to end up paying for it eventually. I love the name. I think it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
So, how long have you been on YouTube?
As a whole, I've been on YouTube for a couple of years, but as far as this specific channel, I've only been on YouTube, I think, since February.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you said that we had started right around the same time.
Yeah, we did. I don't know. I think I was in a YouTube group and I saw you in the YouTube group and started following you from there.
Okay, very cool. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you, honey. So the next question is, what is the direction that you envision for your channel going forward?
The direction that I envision. Well, kind of like a mix of things. I really want to work more with tarot, and I want to add that tarot energy to more of my creativity and creations. And I want to provide more like little readings tarot wise for creative people. And then lots of shadow work. And then I'm working with fairies as well. So I think it's going to just end up being like a mix of a bunch of different things as I grow in my path.
Okay, perfect. So, how would you label your spiritual path?
I consider myself eclectic pagan with fairy tendencies.
Fairy tendencies. I love that. Do you want to elaborate or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. So, do you use divination, which we know that you do? However, what types? What are all the types that you use? If I can speak.
I think I mainly just work with tarot. I like the tarot more than I like other things, though I have used myself as a pendulum once or twice. But for like specifically for divination, I just use the tarot. I don't know why, but I'm more attuned to it. I am not really into like scrying. And I've heard a lot of different kinds of divination, the dream divination, which I probably have, but I don't want to use. Cloud divination, uh, tree divination. I read about that one once when I was looking up fairy stuff. So that
Wow.
was interesting. But as far as using it, not so much.
Yeah. Don't forget your oracle.
Yes, I kind of, is it weird that I mix like oracle and tarot together? Like when I say tarot, I just assume that it means oracle and affirmations too.
No, because I mean, that's kind of how I put it all together. But I think you can hear me really loud on yours because I'm hearing myself on your stuff.
Give me a second, I'll see if I can mess with the volume.
You always have to turn me down because I'm so loud, even when I'm not trying to be. See,
All right, do you still hear a
a
filter?
little bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay.
So, do you have a website?
I do have a website specifically for my creations, my creative creations. Otherwise, I don't have any other kind of website.
Gotcha. Would you like to share that?
Well, yeah, I would.
All right. You can go ahead and put it right in the link to it if you want, honey, right into the chat.
I gotta
Denise.
find it first. I don't have it up on this. I don't have it like specifically up on this computer. That's what I've been doing is trying to find it.
Okay.
So I could put it up here in a few minutes once I find it.
Okay. Perfect. And so, what are your tarot birth cards?
Okay, tarot birth cards. That's somewhere on here. I wrote all of this stuff down because it's a lot to remember. So I have in numerology, obviously, I already said that my number was 8. And so I have the strength card. And I know that the strength card, because the number 8, in some decks, it's switched back and forth between another card. I can't remember what it is though. But sometimes it's strength and sometimes it's a different card. And then my other card is the star. Also,
Is it the wheel?
Card, so the devil.
Is it the strength and the wheel? Or is it the chair? I don't remember. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just different decks do it differently.
The sun, the wheel, and the magician for Denise. That is friggin' awesome.
That is really cool.
Mine is strength and the star as well. So, but there are, for anyone that has not already figured it out, I put a link into the chat on my website. You can actually, there's a formula there for figuring it out. And if you don't feel like messing with figuring it out, you can hit the link that's down at the bottom and it'll take you to a calculator where you can just put in your birth date and it'll figure it out for you.
I calculated.
I like calculating too, just because I like to understand. So, something that when you and I were talking yesterday for like hours, we had talked about the destiny number.
Yes.
So, I had learned about the destiny number years ago, but I didn't remember about it until you brought it up. So, I made a sheet. I'm going to be putting this on my website too, guys. but this is just an example of how you figure out your destiny number. It's also numerology, but it's based off of your name. So I will be putting that on there. And then a link too, because I'm not putting all the information about what it means and all that. I'll just put a link in there so that you can go and figure it out. Now you can use your birth name or you can use your like marriage name. For me, I did both kinds because I've been married longer than I've been my maiden name by a bit now. So I did both, which was pretty cool. So I'll be putting that up. But what is your destiny number?
My destiny number is 8. Or sorry, 9.
9. Oh, okay. This one was 3 for Amethyst Ascension, which you can do that too, like a business name or whatever.
Yes.
Isn't that kind of neat?
That is perfect.
It's the birth of something, right?
Yes.
So I just thought that was kind of neat. And for your children or possible names for your children, you can kind of figure that out too, what their destiny would be based off of that.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So the next question, what is your life path number?
My life path number is also 8.
8.
Is anybody
19.
noticing a theme?
Yes. Don't you just love that the internet can do everything for us these days?
Yes, I do.
Don't you know it? Absolutely. Just makes it so friggin' easy. Oh my goodness. Too easy, I think, sometimes, though, seriously. All right. So, what is your sun sign?
I am Capricorn.
Yes.
That's sun sign, yes.
Yeah. Do you know what your rising and your moon sign is? I feel like I got a hair or something.
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay. I just threw that out there, guys. So, what is your current favorite tarot card?
My current favorite tarot card. I really like the star because it has so much creative energy in it. It doesn't matter what deck I see it in. It just has a really light energy to it a lot of the time. And the artwork on 90% of them is really pretty also. But it's also really inspiring. The artwork on the stars just I don't know, it's one of those things I just click with.
Yeah. I love the star card. I mean, it's all about hope, right? It's not my favorite, but
No?
no, but I love it. It is one of my favorites.
Which one's yours?
Probably the High Priestess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty. That's a lot of people's favorites.
You got to be rocking your power, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, Emma, honey. And I understand if you're trying to moderate. That's really cool. Thank you for stopping by. Gosh, my nose is like running. I'm not coming down with a cold. So we also kind of figured this out. What is your significator card in the tarot?
Oh, yeah, the significator card. So when I was talking to you, we talked about my significator card being the Queen of Pentacles. And what we didn't get to when we were talking was that I actually associate with Queen of Swords. So,
Okay.
like the significator card for me might be the Queen of Pentacles, but when I get readings, the Queen of Swords is what usually comes up.
Okay. You know, that you might have air, a lot of air in your astrology chart too, or astrological chart. So that's always a possibility.
Yeah.
And we had also talked about the Myers-Briggs test. You haven't done that yet either. That could have put you as a Queen of Swords.
Yes.
But I think it's probably more than anything just what you associate yourself with, how you feel.
I agree with you. I do. A lot of what we do is intent and feelings. So
Yeah, exactly. So, what is your current favorite deck that you're working with?
my favorite deck is the Shadowscapes deck. I think it's a lot of people's favorite deck. Like anybody I run into really likes the Shadowscapes tarot. And I don't know, it's my absolute favorite. Like I don't know what happened. I think I was at the little tarot shop that I go to weekly, and I do tarot readings with a whole bunch of people as like a little free course thing where we can share between each other. And I'd gone in there to get a couple tarot decks because I was just kind of learning about tarot and wanting to know more. And Cassie, the lady who owns it, pulled out Shadowscapes out of this box that she had just gotten off of like eBay or something like that, or her mom had just gotten. And the cards just fell out to me like, "Hi, how are you? I want
Mm,
to go home with you." So I've had them ever since. And it's pretty much the deck I use basically for myself. And if I'm reading with other people and they have a Shadowscapes deck, generally that's the deck I end up choosing without even realize I'm choosing it.
wow. Your destiny number three, Denise, is very cool. That's what I came up with for the Amethyst Ascension. My regular one from my birth was a 6, and my married one, or yeah, and my married was a 5. So I've got a few different numbers. um, I love Shadowscapes. I have it. I wish my version was a little bit bigger because they're so detailed.
Mm-hmm.
I believe is that like Stephanie Puman Law who did
Yeah,
that?
it is.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she does beautiful artwork. I think she's coming out with an Oracle deck too. That's what I heard, but I don't know when.
Oh, I would be interested to see that. So, are you a collector or no? What deck are you or decks are you currently working with? I know you said the what did we just say, Shadowscapes? But
Okay, so when I pick up decks, I notice that I kind of just keep a hold of them and I like looking at the artwork and I have a hard time working with them. So I'm forcing myself to go through all of my decks week by week. And the current one that I'm working on this week is I think it's the Fantastical Beast one. I have to look. I can't remember the
is that
name.
the dragon one?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a dragon one. It's like a bunch of it's Fantastical Creatures Tarot.
The other one is an oracle, isn't it?
No, this one's not an oracle. No, this
No,
is
not that one, but the other one that you were doing the creative stuff with.
yes, the little dragons, the
Okay.
little garden dragons are
Yeah.
adorable.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that deck. That's so cute.
But yeah, the one I'm working with this is what it looks like on the back.
Oh, that is gorgeous. Can you bring it up closer, honey, so I can see? Oh, wow. Wow, that's beautiful.
So I really like this deck. I'm learning which decks I like and which decks I don't like.
Yeah. So the next question was going to be, are you a collector of tarot decks? And that can be Oracle as well. And if so, how many decks do you have?
I think I am. I really enjoy collecting them. I started out with like 1 or 2 decks and then suddenly I had a lot more. I don't even know what happened. It just happened. I think I have 15 total right now. Yeah, 15. One's an affirmation deck. I have 4 or 5 Oracle decks, and the rest of them are tarot decks.
You're well on your way. So am I. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf.
Hi, Lady Blind Wolf.
Oh, no. We don't want you getting in trouble, Amber. Okay, so do you currently have a favorite book or artist?
That's hard. Book related, I do have a favorite book. It's a paranormal romance vampire book that's my favorite by Kresley Cole. And I don't reread a lot of books, but I'll reread any of Kresley Cole, specifically that one. And then as far as artists go, there are a lot of artists I like a lot of them. If I'm doing fairy art, I like Nene Thomas best. And if I'm doing like if I want like a little bit darker twist or whatever, I go towards a little more towards Brian Froud. And then if I'm really wanting to go twist it off and I'm just in one of those really deep dark moods, I like Louis Royo. His work is really pretty.
Awesome. Do you
Amber,
see
yes,
what?
you should check it out. Well, her series, Cressley Cole's series, isn't just vampires. It's like werewolves and witches and Valkyries and fairies and vampires all mixed together. Lothar's just the vampire one I like the best.
It sounds very, very interesting. Did you see what Lady Night put?
I was looking right here.
How did all these decks end up on my shelf?
Yes,
Amazon put them there.
yes.
Isn't that hilarious?
I walk into Cassie's shop and I walk out with way more decks than I intended on buying.
Mm-hmm. Story of my life. So, do you have a current TV series that you are enjoying?
I do have a couple that I do enjoy watching. I'm a big Supernatural fan, but the new season hasn't come out quite yet, or at least I don't have it available to me yet. So I'm really excited for that one, and I know it's going to be the last season, which is super sad on me. But I also watch The Goldbergs on Hulu with my significant other because he likes comedy, and there's not a lot of comedy we agree on because they say I don't have a sense of humor. I have one. It's just not their sense of humor. They like stupid humor. I don't like stupid humor. Yes, Sam and Dean all the way. Absolutely. Yes, I agree, Lady Knight. And then I've been watching the new version of Charmed. I liked that too.
What season is this that we're coming on with
14?
Supernatural?
I think it's 14 or 15.
That is friggin' insane. I like stopped watching it like in the fourth season because it just seemed like the same thing over and over again. But you know, I guess that's probably how it really is, anyways. Who knows? The Goldbergs, is that really good? My husband said that he had been hearing from people at work that it was really good and that we should go back and start it from the beginning and watch it.
You absolutely should. When I started watching it, like the first couple episodes were a little honky. Like I'm like, what in the world is this? Because I'm not really a comedy person. So it took me a minute to get in. By the third episode, I was like, all right, I can get on board. Ooh, Carnival Row was good too, Lady Night. Yep.
Yes, I loved Carnival Row. That was really good. And I am enjoying the new Charmed. I mean, I know some people don't like it because what the name is, but it's supposed to be about the three sisters that are charmed.
Yes.
You know, they're not trying to do the exact same storyline as the last time. Granted, I do love the original Charmed. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I like the new one too.
The new one seems more geared towards young adult, teenage stuff, whereas the old one seemed more geared towards adults, in my opinion.
I could see it both ways. I just think that we were younger when it came out. You know? Because, I mean, how long ago did the original Charm come out?
Oh my goodness.
Was that like 20 years ago?
It was a while ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If somebody can check that really quick, I would really.
Lady Night says 99.
Yeah. 20 years ago.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, what do you have a favorite witch movie or series? Any of the witch movies?
I have a favorite witch movie. I do. And I don't know if anybody will know it, but I really love it. It's the Witches of Eastwick. Does
Yes.
anybody know that movie?
Cher, Susan Sarandon, and Jennifer Pfeiffer, or I mean, Michelle
Michelle
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, yes, and Jack
Yes.
Nicholson.
Yes.
Oh my
I
gosh,
love that movie.
it's the best movie ever.
Yeah. Women power, right? I love
Right.
that. Hmm.
See, Lady Night knows what we're talking about. Amber does.
Yep.
If you haven't watched The Witches of Eastwick, you totally should. It's a great witch movie.
I was actually thinking about that movie a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, Amber's right. I need to rewatch that.
Same.
So, do you have a favorite season of the year?
I like summertime. That's my favorite. I like to be warm. I hate being cold. Even though I live somewhere where it's 90% cold, I'm a summer girl.
So, do you feel a stronger connection with a certain element?
You know, I was thinking about this one and I spent a couple days thinking about it, and I don't feel like I have a connection with any one element necessarily. But when I was like looking back on my life, because you look back to try to see where things are taking you. And I've always been the person who's in the water swimming. Does that count as a connection?
Well, yeah. I mean, you said summer, so maybe the water. I mean, swimming is a huge thing in the summertime, so maybe. I would ask you though, and this might help you, like if you are performing, do you do any kind of magic, any kind of spell work?
I don't consider what I do spell work. I consider what I do energy work more than anything.
It's all the same difference. You're just talking about terminology, honey.
Yeah. So for me, okay, so the one thing I do, and I do a lot of it, is I burn bay leaves every single day for the people I care about.
Well, that would be air
Okay.
and earth
Yeah. And
and
fire.
fire.
See?
So maybe, yeah, maybe it is, maybe you're really just well rounded and you prefer all of them. Yeah.
Yay, I'm not the only one who likes summer. Yes, Johnny, thank you.
The craft is really good. I loved the craft.
I enjoyed the craft. I did enjoy parts of the craft. It's I don't know, it's very teen witchy to me.
Oh, see, I don't know. I think that girl at the end just kicked some major ass.
She does. Yes, she does.
I definitely did. I mean, it was a little bit scary. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit even when they were doing the rituals, calling, to the different elements, and they all wake up the next morning on the beach and a whole bunch of stuff had washed ashore and stuff. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I thought that was a great movie.
I did not find that scary at all, not even a little bit. Okay, well, maybe one part, and that's when she's like, her toes are like scraping against the ground as she's like floating forward. That was kind of creepy.
The snakes. Oh, the
Those didn't bother
snakes.
me.
Oh, see, I don't like snakes, period. Okay. No, thank you.
Ooh, Practical Magical is great too, Amber. Sherry.
Yes. I love them all. I love all of them. They're all good.
I think there's
I,
something about Jack Nicholson that just does it for me, though, for the Witches of Eastwick. Like, I don't even find him that attractive, but his acting skills are really well.
yes, I agree. He pulls it off. He's got that charm about him.
He's over the top, but not too over the top.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the women stole the show, though.
They did. Of course they did.
And they all just so gorgeous. I love that there was, a redhead, a blonde, and a brunette. I thought that was really good too.
Absolutely.
Or black. She has more like black hair. But.
Oh, Cher's coming to my town. She's coming. I don't know when, but she is coming.
Oh, that's cool. I swear that it's like that woman never ages.
Right?
She is so friggin' gorgeous. I swear. That
Oh, Johnny, Hocus Pocus. Absolutely.
yes, that's a good movie, Johnny. Absolutely. Three Sovereigns for Sarah. I don't think I've heard that one.
I don't think I've heard that one either.
There's one that I just saved in my Amazon to watch later, and that was Five Girls. I think somebody had mentioned it in one of them, and that's supposed to be about like five witches that go up against some sort of something or other. I don't know. So that looks interesting.
There was one on Hulu that came out, Light as a Feather. It's
Yeah,
teen drama-y, but I watched the first season of that one. It was okay.
that was pretty good. I mean, that's not really like witches,
Yeah.
but there is like magic or something supernatural going on there.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky. And did you ever play that game when you were a
No.
kid? Did you ever try that? Light as a feather, stiff as a board? Did any of
No.
you guys? We definitely did. And I swear, I mean, it wasn't like major levitating, but there was levitating there.
Did you chew it before the craft or after the craft?
When did the craft come out?
Good question.
It was probably after the craft, honestly. It was probably after. What came out in the 60s, early 70s? The one that Johnny had mentioned?
Yeah, the Silver and Sarah, I think.
The Three Sovereigns for Sarah. Okay.
Yeah.
The same. Oh, okay. About the witch trials. So, do you, let's see, do you prefer coffee or tea?
I have a lot of tea. I drink coffee occasionally, but I'm a huge tea person. I have an entire cupboard of just teas, all teas, cold teas and hot teas, all teas. And I prefer like the berry ones and the spearmint ones. Those are my favorite.
Did I misunderstand, honey? Was it something different?
Huh?
Someone that is historically accurate. Three sovereigns. Okay. What am I misunderstanding? The one totally takes notes during these so I can read new books and watch shows. Yeah, me too. And rewatch old ones that I haven't watched in years. So, I'm sorry. What did you say? Coffee or tea? I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It's tea all the way. I'm a tea person. I drink coffee occasionally, and I like the berry teas and the spearmint teas. And Sherry was talking about matcha tea. I tried that once. I wasn't a big fan, but here in town we have like a matcha tea ice cream at one of the restaurants that I do like.
Oh, I have not tried matcha tea yet either. My son drinks it, but I haven't tried it yet. I just kind of. But what else do you like? What other kind of teas?
Okay, so I like the ones that are like strawberry and watermelon. They're usually based for like summertime, and you put them in the pitchers with the iced tea. They're like more iced ones. And then for like the winters and stuff, I like the pomegranates and black cherries. Those are really good.
Oh, I've never tried that, but that sounds interesting. I'm not one for pomegranate usually. It seems too bitter to me.
It's
Am
good
I
with
the only
other
one?
fruits.
Okay. So,
Hi, Shona.
hi, honey. How are you doing? So, do you have a special skill or hobby that you would like to discuss? Come on, pull them out, girlfriend. Let's see them.
All right. So I did find my website. So this is like perfect timing, guys. I create little fantasy figurines in polymer clay. And I'm going to go ahead and link the site in the chat first. And then I will show you the little pieces that I make. I do not have anything listed in my shop right now. All right. So goblins, fairies, dragons, gnomes, all these little kind of creatures, those are my thing. So these are what I make. Hopefully there you can see them.
Up a little bit, honey.
Like that.
Oh, he is so adorable.
This is my favorite one. He's my little sweetie, sleepy little goblin.
Can you move him over just a little bit, honey? No,
way?
the other way. The other way.
Yeah, got it.
There you go. Oh, he is just precious. That is gorgeous.
And I do them all by hand. I don't use any molds. Cherokee Indian paintings. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Let's see. Then I have like little elves. And well, she was supposed to be a fairy, but her wings didn't come out. So let's see.
Oh, look at that hair.
She's got little freckles. I did all the painting on the freckles myself. And she has a little butt.
I'll take one of everything, please.
And so I do several different kinds of fairies. I have some really elaborate ones, and people can like look on my Facebook page, which I'll link in a little bit because I'm doing this at the moment. But I do several different kinds of fairies. I'll do tall fairies, like really pretty elaborate fairies, and then I do little cutesy fairies, and then like the one you just saw. And then this is one of my more cutesy ones.
Oh, you are so talented.
And then I do dragons, like I said. This is my Christmas dragon. He's my dragon.
Oh my gosh.
And then I even do unicorns. They're little cutesy ones, but I do them.
Tangerine Layla is going to love those. She loves unicorns. And that is so cute. The colors are great.
Thank you.
So, can you tell them about the other big project that has to do with tarot?
Oh my gosh, I was worried you were going to bring it up. All right, I can tell you, but all right, so when I was talking to you yesterday and telling you about my aspirations to do tarot dolls, these are going to take some time in the making. I've done one tarot doll, which you'll be able to see on my Facebook page when I link it. You can go back and look. And I did the Ace of Wands as a artist swap, which you've seen, Rochelle, or is it Rachel?
No, it's Rochelle.
Okay, sorry. I usually call you
Everybody does
so.
it.
But you saw the Ace of Wands on my shop that I'd done for somebody else, and it's a posable doll. So these right here are ones that are not put together yet. So you get to see something that I'm not completely done with, and these take weeks to create for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing the major arcana in dolls. I've been wanting to do it for months and months, and I finally just started doing it. And I've got some of the heads made and some feet and some hands made. So I'm going to start out with one of the ones that I showed you yesterday, and I'm only going to do one of them instead of both of them, but just one of them.
Okay.
But this one's the Hermit. He's the one that's my favorite right now. I do not do the eyes. I actually go and buy the eyes from somebody else who creates eyes. I like buying from other handmade people. So
yes, I think that's wonderful. Welcome back, honey.
Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat. I'm kind of using my hands.
No, don't worry about it.
Trying to make sure that I'm getting it in camera. All right, so here's the head to the hermit.
He is perfect. Oh. You guys seriously have to go check out her page, the Ace of Wands. I mean, he's carrying a staff, he's fully clothed, he's posable. It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, I definitely want a few different ones.
And I will. I'll link my Facebook page as soon as I am done showing you guys and go in and grab it, okay?
Let me see if
So
I can find it.
here's the feet to the hermit. His little toe sticking out. I think that's my favorite part of the feet. I gotta figure out which way to go here. There we go. But I do them all by hand. I don't use any molds or anything else. I just sit and use my hands and mold the clay and create them that way. All right, here's the hands, and then I'll be able to go back to looking at chat. All right, here's the hands for the hermit. This is the first one. And he's got a little pocket there to carry his little whatever he wants in. And I don't know if I can get close enough. I even do the nails on the inside. Let's see. Can you guys see them?
Yes, barely. But I'm on a little screen. My screen is big.
And this camera is awful. This camera is so awful. So that's the first hand. And then the other hand has like the little hermit's like lantern thingy that's going to be in it.
I'm blown away. I just love it. You guys, she makes little hats, little witches hats, and you'll see it when you go back and look at, because I definitely want one of the witches hats, maybe a few of them. But they're like 4 inches by 4 inches. And she has like all different kinds of stuff around the brim of it. Oh my God, they're just so good.
Yeah, I wanted to have one to show you, but I wasn't able to get one done in time. They take a little bit of time to make.
I put the Wispy Realms page on there for you.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And the other thing that I'm starting to do is coffee cups.
Oh, yes.
So the one I've been drinking out of is my Christmas one. And it's got stuff in it, so I don't want to like spill it. So be patient with me here while I get it up to the camera.
Oh, over. Yep, there you go. Oh my God.
This is my little Santa gnome.
I love it.
And he's been really good. I had coffee in him this morning. You know, I lightly washed him and everything to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing so I can sell him. And
awesome. Beautiful.
I've got an event this weekend that I've got a whole bunch of creations that I'm creating for. So it starts tomorrow.
Exactly. I'm so excited. You know, I can't wait until I have a little bit more money because I'm going to come into your shop, you know, and just buy a shit ton of stuff. So, I mean, I've got more questions. Have you showed everything that you can at this moment? Is there anything else you want to show?
Everything that I have in here, unless they want to see an unpainted dragon egg ornament.
Oh, the dragon eggs with the little magic inside of them.
I do have some finished ones. If you're okay with me, like going into my living room to grab it, I can grab it.
Go, girl.
Give me just a second, and you can catch up on chat, I guess.
All right, let's see. You know, Shauna, I was asking her the same thing yesterday when I was talking to her, and she doesn't use the E6000 because on the cups that it's, because the E6000, when it gets really, really hot, so like when you're introducing a hot tea or a coffee to it, I guess it can almost get like hot glue again, almost like too gummy. You worry about it like moving down and stuff. Oh, she already put it in there. A different kind of like, I'm sorry, guys. You know how he is. But yeah, you know what? Take this moment if you want to and go check out her page. The stuff is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
All right, I'm back, guys.
Welcome back.
So I have lots of things.
Ooh.
Johnny, you have a new YouTube channel? Awesome. If you link it down here, I will go check it out. All right, so the ornaments that I'm doing, I have lots of sets of them. These ones are already sold, and the ones that are left over are going to the event this weekend. So these are what I do. Let's see if I can get them in focus. Ha, there we go. This one has the magic in it, and I'm sorry, my camera is so awful for these. Like, it's awful. Let's see if you guys can see them. I did do a couple videos.
I'll be right back. You show them, honey, please.
Sure. I did do a couple videos on my channel that shows some of these, I think, and if not, then I can do one from my phone, which is a much better camera. But it's a set, so it has both of these. Ha, there we go. Ha, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. But they have sparkles in them and everything else. And they're like, I hand paint them, so they originally look, before I put any paint or magic inside them, they look like this. Let's see, this way. Ha! So that's before I paint them or put the magic inside.
They are friggin' amazing.
Thank
you are so talented.
Let's see. Labyrinth for the Halloween theme. Cool. All right, and then I picked a couple other things. Like, I'm going back and forth on my screen so that well, they're not light bulbs. They're actually little light bulb looking ornaments that I got from the hobby store. All right, so this is one of the gnomes that I make.
I love it.
And he's got a butt too. Most of my guys have butts. And then I brought one of my dragons. Like, this is a dragon I usually just kind of keep to myself so that I'm reminded of how big I make my dragons and stuff like that. He's actually my dad's favorite dragon.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely want to get me some dragons too. Gorgeous.
He doesn't have any wings. Like, most of my dragons do, but this one doesn't. He just has a bunch of horns.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, and then the last thing that I'm going to show off is my other clock, and it's got a water dragon in it. And this clock, what I do with the clocks is I tear them apart. I usually get like the old bell alarm clocks, or I buy them brand new. I tear out all the insides, and I do like an altered art with it. So this is what I did.
Oh my goodness. Angle it down a little bit, honey, so we can see the face. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow.
See if I can get her up higher.
The shimmer too. Off of the light, you can see all the shimmer on everything.
Yeah.
It's so gorgeous.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's what I do for a living, guys.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys, when I first
Hi, Lily.
When I first seen her channel, and then she did like some sort of just showing a little bit, I'm like, oh, you need to be putting this stuff more on your channel.
See, Lily's joined us.
Hi, Lily Pad. So the next question then, if you're ready to move on.
I am.
What is your favorite holiday, or Sabbath?
My favorite holiday is Christmas, and I haven't participated in a lot of the Sabbats. I've just started participating Sabbath, so I'm going to do Yule this year for the first time. So I
Mhm.
think it'll become my favorite Sabbath as well. Lady Night, how can you part with them? That is hard. I actually try to keep them. The goblin clock that I have, the little sleepy goblin guy. One of my customers bought him just so I can keep him because my significant other doesn't want me to keep them in the house. He keeps telling me, no, 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 go sell them. We don't have room for these. Go sell them. If it's not bought, you can't keep it. So one of my customers bought it just so that she could give it back to me and I could keep it.
Isn't that so sweet?
Hi, Witchy Mom.
Thank you, Amber, honey. So we can probably tell them now. I was in a live last night with Dawn, Night Bloom, and I told her about our idea about doing a Yule log, some sort of collaboration video for the first time, because this is going to be your first Yule log and my first Yule log.
Yes.
And I told Dawn if she wanted to partake in it with us as well, I can do up to like 6 people live at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So if anyone wants to partake with us, let me know. This will be my first time. I don't even know if I want to burn it in the fireplace. Seriously.
I don't even have a fireplace. I won't be burning mine. I'm gonna do like little indents for candles there. And I talked to my grandma because I don't know where to get like wood pieces here really. But I talked to my grandma because she does a lot of woodworking and whatnot. And so she has logs. So she told me I can come over next week and pick out one.
Absolutely, Amber. I would love that, honey. Yeah, see, and this is what I was thinking. You can buy just regular like starter logs. They don't have to be anything huge.
Yes.
Fireplaces, they come already prepackaged. You know that if they ever did get burnt, that there is safe wood to burn because that's what they're for, is fireplaces.
Yeah.
So you can, and they're usually good and like not funny. They're going to sit straight for you. So, I mean, unless you want something that's got limbs coming off, which would be really cool. But I was thinking, why not use that as like your centerpiece for your altar, your Yule altar,
Yes.
instead of actually burning it? But I don't know all of the traditions behind it. I don't know if you're really supposed to burn them. I think you're
You
supposed
are.
to. But
I was looking it up. You are supposed to see what they did was they would have their tree from the previous year and keep part of the tree to make the Yule log for the following year from. And then because they would burn the previous tree. And so it was this idea of a continuation of a continual cycle. And
yeah,
so the Yule log that they did, say if I had a tree in 2018, I would cut a piece off of it before I burned that tree and use it as my Yule log in my fireplace for 2019 and get a new tree.
right.
And then just continually do that. So it would still burn and it would still go through that cycle.
How many people don't have fireplaces though?
A lot.
You know, or like Dawn said, last year she could not burn it. Well, last year she could, but many years she can't because she's got 6 feet of snow, you know, or 4 feet of snow or whatever. So it's not possible to take it outside and burn it.
And then
Why can't we?
Shauna's talking about having a fake tree, you know, and then it's
Yep,
hard to, if you have something fake, it's not like you can take a piece off and burn it next year.
exactly. So what do?
Improvise.
We make it our own. Exactly. We do what we want, right? So I thought that that would be something really fun. And a fire outside. Okay. We do have a fireplace, but I don't know if I want to burn it. Just
Right?
be honest. I want to keep it. That's what I told you yesterday. I wanted to drill holes in it for tea lights or a different size and put the long, tall taper, you know, candles and make like a candelabra and have that be your centerpiece for the altar. Oh yeah.
Yes, I agree. I mean, when I make something, I have a hard time destroying it.
Yeah.
And I know that that's not how you're really supposed to look at it. I get that, but it's like, oh, I put this work into it. I don't really want it to go away.
Exactly. Okay, so moving on. I don't want this to be forever. I know people got things to do. So, has your reading style changed over time? And I know you're really new to tarot, right?
I
So,
am. So my reading style started out, I was just strictly reading from books. And I had intuitive tendencies, but I didn't really trust them and I didn't really want to go there because I was afraid of being wrong, those kind of things. But I think I've really come out of that recently over the last few months, especially with the tarot group that I go to every week, where we can just sit, with each other and practice. So I think that has really like pulled out my tarot style a whole lot. And so I'm more intuitive now and I like reading more intuitive.
perfect. That's what I'm still trying to do. My last reading, like I told you, was definitely more intuitive, and it definitely brought out some darker things.
Yeah,
But, I mean, it is what it is, right?
absolutely.
Okay, so do you remember your dreams?
I purposefully do not remember my dreams.
Because you have a lot of nightmares and stuff, like you were saying that you've got like things chasing you in your dreams. Is that right?
Often, yes. I on purpose do not remember them. I used to keep track of them. When I was younger, I kept a dream journal. And then I went back and read parts of my dream journal, and I did not like some of the divinational qualities of it, and so it scared me, and I just, like, turned it all off. I was like, "Nope, this is not happening." And then, like, some dreams would still come through, and it was particularly nightmares. There was one time I was I was in a I it was back when I was married, and I had already had one of my kids because I have 2, and they're both mostly grown now, but, we were living in a trailer house, and in my dream, I was dreaming about my dad's house being on fire, and this, entity was literally chasing me through my house to keep me away from my dad's house, but I didn't really know why in my dream. When I woke up, my lamp was on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I didn't know. No. So I just kinda shut it all down. I was like, "I'm not remembering it," and I don't know what part of my brain made me do it, but I just did it. Like, it wasn't hard for me to do. I automatically just did it. My brain said no.
As scary as that sounds, I think that the subconscious, or I've talked about this before about astral traveling and stuff like that, and when you dream,
Yeah.
not always, but I think maybe what happened and what I seen when you were telling me that story is that your higher self knew something was going on with a fire, not that you necessarily started it because of the dream, but the dream was a warning trying to wake you up so that you could catch the fire.
Yeah, that's true. I could see it that way too.
No problem. So, how did you shut off your dreams? I know that there's other people that are in this chat that have had issues with, having a lot of horrible dreams. How did you turn it off?
Truthfully, the whole mind over matter thing? I know I've talked to you about this before. It's the willpower, like, it's the same way that I quit smoking. I just told myself I didn't need to remember them, and so I just don't.
Yeah. Hmm. We are so powerful when we
Our brain's
realize
really
how powerful we are.
Yep.
So, is there a time period that you feel drawn to other than this time period?
Oh, I think I wrote this one down. Let me see here. That was time period. Uh, okay, so I don't have a specific one that I'm specifically drawn to. Um, I like Victorian style stuff, but I don't think that I would ever want to live in the Victorian era. So, yes and no. There are aspects of different times that I like in the 1920s, I like the idea of the speakeasies. And, in the Victorian era, I like the idea of the big Victorian balls and the whole idea of new creations and stuff like that, like the energy that was all about all of that stuff. And I think that's what I like about different time areas, but I don't like a specific one because I'm female and I don't want to live in any other time period besides this one.
Yeah. And see, I feel the same way. However, wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall to actually see some of the things that happened, like, but not actually be involved in it, like time walking? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I feel. I would like to actually see how certain things were built, how certain life really was, not that you see depicted in Hollywood movies, but how it really was, but not actually be there and have to experience it.
Yeah,
Because we probably already did. Hmm. Okay, so were you raised into your path or did you veer off from your family?
I veered off a lot from my family. I was raised Lutheran. I didn't go to church a lot when I was younger, though. I've never been like a big church person or a big godly kind of person, I guess. I married somebody who was for a while. And so I kind of tried to go to church with him for a bit, but I didn't connect with any of it. I did read the Bible. I did do like, some Bible studies and stuff like that. But again, I just really didn't connect with a lot of it. And then it was this last year, a lot of bad things happened, and I just needed something to change, and I needed somewhere to go, and I needed somewhere to be who I am or who I wanted to be. And so I started looking at different things, and I came across Wicca, which then led me into paganism and how it's the umbrella of all of them and whatnot. And I considered doing Wicca for a while, but ultimately decided that wasn't my path. And so I just started researching a lot of different paths and kind of pulling things that I liked from those paths. And that's when I found out there was eclectic pagan. And that's kind of what eclectic pagan does, is pull from all different areas, including Christianity if they want, and into their own path. So that's just what I did.
When I think of the word witch, I just think wise woman or wise person. I think that that term can be used so broadly. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I like
Pagan,
that wise
pagan
woman.
is just pagan probably can be used broadly too with just
Yes,
about everything. It's just pagans are, from my understanding, just more earth related, right?
yes,
Recognizing the elements and stuff like that, right? Okay.
yes.
All right. So, do you feel supported now by your family spiritually?
Most of them, yes, especially my more immediate family. There are people that I've known a long time that don't really know that I'm pagan. I don't really talk about my religious beliefs with them, never really have, kind of thing. It's that's not something that's ever come up. But my immediate family really does. My youngest has kind of jumped in with me and wanting to explore more. My oldest, she's supportive, but is not okay with like the tarot aspect of it. She's very afraid of the tarot aspect, very creeped out by it. If I even bring out my cards, like if she comes over, because she doesn't live with me now, she lives with her boyfriend because she's 18. But if she comes over and I have my cards out, she asks me to put them away because they make her that uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah. And then my fiance, my other half, we've been together. It'll be 10 years this coming April. We've been together. So he's seen me go through a lot of different changes and do a lot of different things. And he's atheist. He does not believe in pretty much anything. If he had to believe in something, he would believe in just Valhalla. He's all about Valhalla.
Uh,
He loves that stuff, but he's a big history buff too. He's one of those people who's he doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe that kind of stuff exists. You know, he doesn't believe in heaven or hell or God or the devil or any of that kind of stuff. In his brain, if you die in battle, you go to the best place ever, and that's just it. You know? But he's really supportive about what I do. I was sitting on the couch and I had all this stuff all over the place, hadn't really talked to him about any of it. And it was all this witchy stuff or pagan stuff, or I mean, I just had all sorts of stuff because I was just doing a ton of research, just trying to figure out what I liked. And it was so bad. He literally had to move it over in order to sit on the couch.
yeah.
And I realized I'd never asked him if, how he felt about it. I knew he was atheist, but I never really asked him how he felt about it. He never said a word to me. He didn't say, "Can you put that away?" He didn't look at it twice, nothing. And I looked at him and I was like, um, so are you okay with me doing all of this stuff? And he turns around, he looks at me and he goes, "As long as you're not sacrificing a goat in our living room, I don't care what you do as long as it makes you happy."
That's hilarious. That's almost exactly what Amber's husband said. Don't sacrifice the cat.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know why I'm typing when I can talk, right?
Right? I know, I'm looking at him like, "What?"
What is she doing? I'm not good at multitasking when I'm in a conversation with somebody. I'm terrible at it. So, if you could have a deep conversation with anyone during any time in history, who would it be and why?
My mom.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't know her as an adult. I only knew her as a kid. And I would like to go back as an adult and be able to have an adult conversation with her, face to face, like my daughter can do with me. And I would
Yeah.
like to just do that, just to experience it and just to say, "I love you." Hi, Jessica.
Hi, honey. So, and I love your answer, by the way. I love that. I'm thinking, someone like Jesus Christ, that's like the person that I would want to go talk to. But yeah, honestly, I would want to go and talk to my grandma again and learn some stuff that I didn't know when she was alive. I think that would be really, really cool when she was younger to kind of, because she was from a different time. I mean, she had 7 children, and that's, I mean, my hat's off to anybody that can have 7 children and still be sane.
Hi,
Um,
Erie Covenant.
Hi, Courtney. Hi, honey.
Cassandra, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry.
Oh. So, if you could go to any event in history, what would it be and why?
Any event. Oh, this one was hard for me too because there's so many different things that I like about the different eras. But honestly, I want to go to a Victorian ball, like all decked out. I don't know why, I just do.
So, when you say Victorian, what time period of Victorian are you? Because when I think of that, I also think of a little bit earlier than that, like Pride and Prejudice and the big balls that they had then.
Yes.
Something like that, or maybe like more towards the end of the 1800s.
No, I like the big ones, the old big ones that they used to have, where everybody's dancing and everybody's involved and there's, the giant dresses and, that. I want to go to that.
That is so friggin' cool. Definitely. Did you like uh, A Place in Time? Was that the name of it?
I don't know what you're
It
talking
was gosh, he played Superman. Christopher Reeves goes back in time at a hotel and meets Jane Seymour. And
I
it
don't
was
think I ever saw
during the
that.
Victorian period.
I don't think I ever saw that.
That was really good. A Place and Time or something like that. So, the last question. What do you wish to gain going forward? Not what kind of information is going to be on there, but what do you wish to gain from your YouTube channel? Thank you, Autumn, or Amber. That's right, somewhere in time.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw Somewhere in Time. My channel, what I want to gain. Honestly, I just want to be a part of everybody. Here in town, I don't have a lot of that. I spend a lot of my time home alone because that's what I do. I work from home, which we spoke about yesterday. So I spent a lot of time alone, like a whole lot of time alone. And so when I made the channel originally, it was to connect to people I can have that kind of connection to with like all my pagan stuff or witchy stuff or whatever I wanted to do originally. And now I still just want the same thing. I want to connect to people and I want to be a part of this community and I want to lift other people up and I want to go watch their, walkthroughs of cool decks I've never seen before or watch their work on how they created their Book of Shadows or go to somebody else's channel and learn how to do shadow work or watch the interviews you do on yours. I love this kind of stuff. I don't even know, like, it keeps me in a happy place because I can see so much. And even though I'm like not sitting here having a deep, dark conversation with every single person I'm coming into contact with, I'm still a part of their world in just a little tiny space, just a little tiny moment. And I just want that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty common for a lot of us. I know for me, that's how I feel. It's a major connection. You know, Amber had made a comment in one of her videos earlier that she knows that we're like, in this community, but she feels like we're her friends. We are. What difference does it make if it's through a computer or, a telephone, or it doesn't matter. A connection is a connection. Supporting each other is supporting each other. So I definitely feel that way.
Some of my good friends I only talk to via the computer.
Yeah. And come on, don't you kind of prefer it that way, really? I know for me, it is so easy to look we talked for how many hours yesterday?
We did, yes.
4
Hi,
hours?
Science to the Soul Tarot.
Exactly, Lady Knight. Back in the days when we had pen pals, I never saw but considered friends.
Oh, man. Oh, I would love to have a pen pal. I love writing.
Not me. It hurts my hands. I prefer to type or talk. So, do you care if we open this up for questions from other people?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I got to find the Facebook page for. Oh, yeah, you already did that for me. Sorry, never mind.
We can put it back in again.
Okay.
For anybody new that's come in, if you want to put that in.
Okay.
So, does anybody have any questions for Summer? Amber says she will pen pal with you, honey.
Oh, that would be so cool. I would totally love that. I love pen pal stuff.
Emma says the same thing.
Sweet. I should do a thing, a sign up thing. Then we could just all pen pal each other.
And Lilypad says, I do better with writing or text. Gives me a second to think before I speak. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I have opened my mouth, inserted foot. So I have to agree. I like the aspect of being able to text somebody. But, at the same time, I think it's more real and raw right off the cuff.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with, there's a bunch of questions here. Got to go back up.
Me too, Jessica.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, wait, come on, baby. Give mommy a little bit, okay?
Trying to find questions, guys. Give me just a second here so I can scroll. Do better with text. What's your path, Ari? Oh, I am eclectic pagan with fairy tendencies. Lady Knight, how did you learn to make these clay figurines? That's an interesting story.
I'll be right back.
I had really bad migraines, and so I couldn't watch TV, I couldn't read books, I couldn't listen to music, I couldn't listen to the radio, I couldn't do anything. So I went and I got crafts, and I just started crafting. And then I tried some jewelry stuff, I tried some glue stuff, I tried all sorts of stuff, even wood stuff. And my daughter had clay. And then so I started playing with some polymer clay, and then it just came out of me like I could make 3D figurines. They weren't very good at first. They were awful at first. They're even on my Facebook page. Like you can scroll all the way down through my photos and you can see all the stuff I used to do, including some of my jewelry stuff, because I didn't delete any of it. So it's all still there, but it's just practice, and you just keep going, and you kind of just learn how to do it. Okay, sorry, I'm still going through questions, guys. Okay. Let's see. How long does it take to do your clay dragons, Amber? The clay dragons, it probably depends on how big they are. If it's, I do little small ones like at my booths for like $5, and they only take me like 20, 30 minutes to actually create. And then they take another 30 minutes to cure in the oven. And then if I'm painting them, however long it takes to actually paint them. The bigger they are and the more details they have, the longer they take. So in general, a regular sized dragon might take me 3 hours in all, 3 to 4 hours in all. Let's see. Whoa. I don't know what happened. It kind of just jumped on me. How long did you start making clay art? How long have I been making clay art? Maybe I've been doing it since 2015 is when I started my clay art. Let's see.
I told her that after she's done with like this, she's got a busy the rest of the year, really, don't you, as far as shows and stuff?
Oh man, yeah. Oh man, I am so busy. I've got the event this weekend, and then I have a kind of like a weekend break, and then the very next week I have an online sale that's happening on the 18th, which will be part of my Etsy store, but it's for my group. And then I have right after that I have another 2-day event, and then the very beginning of December I have another 2-day event, and then in December I have a big blowout sale of all my past creations from the last year because I don't want to take them into the new year. So I'm just like booked completely, and then all the custom orders too.
Did you put the group in here so that people can buy?
I think Amber did actually earlier.
Okay.
Let's see.
So go up and find that.
Yeah, definitely scroll up and find it.
Jen wants to see a couple of, because she just came in. Can you show her just a couple of pieces of your clay art?
Oh, sure. Let's see.
Show one of them in the clock. Yeah.
One of them in the clock.
Okay. Yeah.
My goblins are my favorite, so I'm doing the goblin and the clock again, guys. I'll do the goblin and the clock again. All right, let's see.
Hi, Chloe.
There we go. Bent
Isn't
down.
he precious? Can you imagine the little lights, the little fairy lights in like a cubby, if you had that in a cubby or on a shelf somewhere? Yes. How it would just sparkle off of all of the glitter and stuff you have on that. It would, I need to get some of those things.
I painted all the glitter on individually.
Oh my gosh.
All right. What is Cassandra asked what my favorite deck was, I think. It's the Shadowscapes deck. Thank you, Jen. I'm glad you really liked it. Hi, Magical Sage. Glad you could join us. We're kind of here at the end.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Jen, did you go to her page? Did you check that out? They did put the link up above, but oh my gosh.
Don't forget to look at the Ace of Wands. It's in like a little video section on my Facebook page. And you'll know it because I tell you it's the Ace of Wands in the little video. It's just a little short video.
And she plans on doing like the whole like major arcana.
Yeah, they're going to be 7-inch dolls. And when I have them done, there'll be something that I post on my Etsy for sure. Record a video to teach you. I actually have a YouTube channel for my Wispy Realm side. I'm not super active on it because I don't like doing a lot of tutorial videos, but it does have.
They're difficult.
Yeah, they are difficult. They have two. I do have two tutorials on that YouTube channel. Let's see if I can find that and link it. That's gonna be really hard because I'm on my Astaria channel. Darn, let's see, because I can't get out of this without doing that. See if I can do a random search for it and have it come up for me. That would be nice.
What's almost done, Shauna? I missed that. Chat's going by so quickly.
I know. I'm
Witchy Mom, I agree. Witchy Mom says all this internet stuff is so informative. It's better than reading, especially when they do their spell on video and learn better with vision helps. Absolutely. I completely agree.
I can't even find my stuff on YouTube. How awful is that? I have two YouTube channels, and if I click off of this YouTube channel, then it's not going to do me any good.
It's difficult when you do not have a large channel, because I will type in somebody and I know that is the name of their YouTube channel, but when you're under a certain number, it's just like it doesn't show up until like maybe 10 pages later. It's ridiculous. So I'll go back into my videos and click on the comment, and then it'll take me over to theirs when I'm looking for somebody. It's ridiculous.
So, is there a way, like if I send you the links, could you just add the links to your description for the channel spotlight here video when it's done uploading?
Can I do what?
So in the description of this video, because these videos stay on your YouTube channel, right?
Correct.
So once that's completely uploaded to you and available on your YouTube channel, could we just add all the links, because there's several, to the description, and then they can come back and they can find my Wispy Realm YouTube that way?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So does anybody have any other questions before we close this out? Hi, Melissa.
Honestly, I do not remember the name of my YouTube channel because that is how frequently I am not on it.
Was it Summer something?
I was thinking that it was. I thought I had it as Summer something, but I can't find it. It's so annoying. I'm annoyed.
We'll find it later and put it on. You guys just come back and check it out. Probably 30 minutes or so. Well, it depends on how long it takes to.
Tarot your truth. Can you start all over again?
That's not a fair question.
Not a fair question.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I am so appreciative to Amethyst Ascension for having me on the channel like this. This was so much fun. I was really afraid at first to do this, which she knows, but I'm really glad that I did it, and you guys really made it a great experience for me, so I really appreciate it.
Honey, thank you so much for doing this. I really enjoy these, and I have said all along, these are not just for you guys. These are for me too, because I get to actually sit across and talk to you like you're across the table and we're drinking our coffee or our tea and we're just having a conversation about the things that are important to us, right? So if you guys also have suggestions going forward of what kind of questions you'd like to see in these interviews, give me some ideas.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Granted, some of them are going to be different because we have different kind of artists and people that have different skills. But yeah, give me ideas. All right. And you guys know if you want to partake in one of these, send me an email, please. Because I'll try to contact you, but other than putting it into your comments, a lot of times you guys don't have your emails or anything like that around, anywhere where I can easily contact you. And I'm not really good with Facebook and Instagram. That stuff will go by. I'll get the notifications because I get so many that I forget that I even have notifications until 5 days later. So, all right. You want to collab? We're going to be doing some sort of collaboration. It's tentatively on the 14th of December. However, we'll see going forward if that's a good date. But nah, Debbie, you could do it. Are you kidding me? You would be perfect too. Kendra's spiritual journey. She has so much, you have so much awesome information. I've got to get caught up on your channel because you have so much information out there. But
Cassie? Oh my God, Cassandra Rose, that's you, Cassie? I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that. Guys, Cassandra Rose, Cassie, that's the one who does the tarot groups, the tarot nights.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah, December 14th for the Yule collab.
Yes. Which I will contact you, Amber, if you want to do that along with us. That would be awesome. And like I said, I can have up to like 6 screens on here, I believe. So for anyone else that wants to partake, we're going to try to do our first Yule logs. It doesn't have to be your first, but showing the different Yule logs that we're doing for Yule.
And it would be so cool to see different aspects that people add to their Yule logs too, like how they incorporate it for just themselves.
Exactly.
Okay, I have an idea. So can you create like a sign up form for your side since you can only do 6 on your Steam thing, the SteamYard? Yeah, StreamYard, Steam, something like that. That's what it's called. Since you could do 6 on that, we can choose. There's me and you, and then we could get 4 other people doing it on your side, and then on my side, I'll create a video for the pen pals, since I know you don't really want to do the pen pals.
Or
I really want to do the pen pals. So I'll do a video and I'll do like a sign up form for the video on that here after this weekend.
or we can do something different.
Like what?
Like if we get enough people that really want to partake in it, you know how they do like Terathon and stuff like that? Where you might do an hour-long live. Well, we don't have to do hour-long lives. We can get a bunch of us all collaborating at the same time, and we can do like 10-minute slots or whatever, and one after another. I can put like a sign-up form or something like that on my website. Everyone put in what time slot they want because some people are on different time zones. So they might want the earlier slots where other people might want the later slots. And we can do continuous like 10-minute slots, just showing off really quick what we did for our Yule logs this year.
I love it.
What do you guys think? But they would be live. Well, I guess they wouldn't have to be live either.
Could we do like a video? Each person could do a video. We can do like a hashtag.
We could do premieres. 10-minute, 15-minute premieres or whatever. Everyone decide how long a time period they want after they've maybe made their videos. If you don't want to go live. And then you can actually do a premiere, upload it as a premiere, and you're still in the chat. You can still chat.
And Shauna said as VRs.
or VRs. I wish I had enough damn people so that I could have a community tab. Isn't that ridiculous? You got to have 1,000 in order to have a community tab.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, come subscribe.
All right. See, I like the idea of premieres too. I mean, if we even had like 10 people at 10 minutes or 15-minute intervals, that's like a 2-hour span.
Yeah.
And if you missed one because something came up, that's okay. You can go back and watch it later, but they're 10 minutes. I don't think you really need a whole big hour
Yeah.
just showing off one thing.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so you might end up having a YouTube how-to video for everybody.
To do a premiere, it'll ask you when you're uploading it, do you want to do a premiere?
No, I do not get that option.
Well, you upload with your phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always upload with my computer. So, okay. Yeah, do you do, Emma, walking my path, do you do your premieres from your computer or from your phone? Because I know a lot of people upload with their phones. Because I've never uploaded with my phone. I wouldn't even know how to do it.
That's just easier for me. Like, I do it all on my phone because obviously my camera on this laptop is awful.
I film everything on my phone, but then I hook it up to my computer so that I can edit it on my computer, which is a much bigger screen, and see everything. So I can put in all my description, because that's another thing. Use your description, guys. Use your tags, all that. That helps your channels.
You can do the premieres from your phone. I would love to know how. Somebody do a how-to video, please.
Okay, all right. So you did do a premiere on your phone then, Emma. So yes, please show other people how to do that in a video. That would be awesome.
Yes. Thank you.
Wonderful, honey. Thank you. All right, well, we're going to close this out, guys. Summer, thank you so much. I have enjoyed this. I will put up a page or something like that. Or maybe even under here, under this channel in the description, or I mean in the comments. If you want to participate, let me know, and then we'll get together and plan something.
Yeah, the comments would be great for that.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.
It's
Summer,
nice talking with you all.
thank you so much, honey.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. I love you guys. Mwah.